Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Sit Down Chat Saturdays. This is a series where y'all get to know me on Saturdays. This is my free-form video. I discuss what is on my mind, what's been happening, what has happened in my life, and this is just an opportunity for y'all to get to know me. So, I've been watching a few videos recently on YouTube about book lists for 2020 to read. And I thought, I haven't been reading as much or watching movies as much as I used to. Why not make a list, share it on YouTube, and also make a series where I discuss those books or movies after I have read or watched them. So these are my books that I am going to read and movies that I am going to watch in 2020, starting with the movies. And I will also list the director that directed it for the movies. The Irishman, Martin Scorsese. This is one that I have watched halfway, and honestly, the length of the movie is really what's scaring me about it. It's 3.5 hours long, and I thought that this would be a good way to get myself to watch it. I've heard good things about it. My brother really likes it. Numbers 3 and 4 are The Godfather Parts 1 and 2, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. They Shall Not Grow Old, directed by Peter Jackson. This is one that I've wanted to see for ever since it's come out last year. And I will be watching this with a friend of mine, so it will probably be in February where that video will come out. Inception, directed by Christopher Nolan. That video will be coming out next week. Silence of the Lambs, Jonathan Demme. The Hateful Eight, Quentin Tarantino. Lincoln, Steven Spielberg, Inglourious Basterds, also directed by Quentin Tarantino. Patriot Games, Philip Noyce. Catching If You Can, Steven Spielberg. Black Panther by Ryan Coogler. The Theory of Everything, James Marsh. The King's Speech, Tom Hopper. In the Shadow of the Moon, Jim Michael. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, directed by Edgar Wright. Vantage Points, Pete Travis. Harriet, directed by Kasky Lemons. The Rise of Skywalker, J.J. Abrams. Infinity Wars, Anthony Russo. Captain Marvel, directed by Anna Bogan and Ryan Fleck. Now, as far as I know, I don't think I've seen a movie directed by two different directors, so this will be interesting to watch as a live-action movie. Ant-Man, Peyton Reed. The Gangs of New York, Martin Scorsese. Rainmaker, Francis Ford Coppola. Steve Jobs. Danny Boyle. Hidden Figures, Theodore Melfi. Into the Spider-Verse, directed by Peter Ramsey, Bob Perskexy, and Bobby Rodney Rothman. I probably butchered Bob's last name there. Her, directed by Spike Jonze. The Pursuit of Happiness, directed by Gabriel Mucho. And these are this next list are the books that I'm going to read in this year, and these books are probably most likely not going to be the order that I am going to read them in, that they appear in the list. So, Game of Thrones, first one is Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. Foundation Trilogy, Isaac Asimov. Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen. Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, The Hit You Give by Angie Thomas, All We Ever Wanted by Emily Griffin, Mrs. Ingalls by Gavin McRae, Dune by Frank Herbert. I am currently reading that one now, actually, and that will be the first review video that I do. The Wind Up Chronicle by Haruki Murakami. I've heard stuff is weird, so I'm just gonna get in his work. Pet Sematary and 11/22/63, both by Stephen King. A Christmas Carol, Charles Dickens. This is one that I know what it's about just because of how popular it is, but I've never read the book, so why not? A Call of the Wild by Jack London. Insexability by Jane Austen. Count of Monte Cristo by Andre Dumas. The Prince and the Pauper by Mark Twain. Adventures of Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer, all three of those by Mark Twain. It by Stephen King. A Long Way to a Small and Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. Neuromancer by William Gibson. Shakaska by Doris Lindsay. This is one that I'm going to probably read with my brother, and that'll also probably go up in the summer because of that. The Warrior Air by Singa W. Simma. Six of Crows by Leah Bardugo, whatever that one is, whatever her last name is. The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El Mukhtar and Max Gladstone. The Poppy War by R.F. Khan. I have 32 books on my list and 30 movies on my list. The idea is that I will come out with one book and one movie review each week. Movies on Mondays and hopefully books on Wednesdays. That is what I'm currently thinking of right now. So thank you for sticking around, and like and subscribe if you've liked the video.